Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for Singapore FinTech Festival virtual coverage is Mathias Helleu, Senior Vice President of International at SoFi. Matthew, it's great to meet you virtually. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thank you for having me, Jill.
SoFi Hong Kong's customer base has grown rapidly since it launched. What is SoFi Hong Kong's edge over other competitors?
I think many, but to name just a few, the power of a very successful US brand coming to Hong Kong. And then I think more locally, what resonates well is zero commission for US and Hong Kong trading and the very clear focus on millennials.
And the fintech industry in Asia is booming. We see many startups and Chinese fintechs reaching out to investors with innovative products and applications. How does SoFi stay ahead of the game?
Again, I think the US angle is very precious. There are not that many US regulated fintech companies coming to Asia. SoFi is one of the very, very few, and providing an alternative to the Chinese giant, I think, is valuable. I also think looking at the best innovations happening in the US and bringing them to Hong Kong and the rest of Asia is also an interesting edge. And again, being the leader in US equity trading is also a very, very important differentiator for us.
With zero commission and much affordable entry points, how do you find the industry developing? Is it a sustainable business?
I guess, it comes with real challenges, especially for, I would say, the older participants, the ones that are not 100% digital. The fact that we are 100% digital, not only the fact that we provide our service through mobile app, but also all operation, gives us a very strong advantage in terms of controlling our cost and passing that advantage to the customer. Zero commission is going to be the norm, no doubt. But again, providing it for Hong Kong and US equity is pretty unique in that part of the world today.
Your clients are trading over 15,000 Hong Kong and US stocks as well as ETF. Investors in APAC are getting more interested in diversifying their investment portfolios and seeking opportunities in the US market. Do you think this is a longer-term trend?
Not only a longer-term trend, but I would say a trend that has been here for a while. Some of us launched E-Trade in 2000, and it was already clear that next to the local market, what investors are looking at is the US market next to that. Obviously, the offering is very different today with new tools, zero commission, and all of that. But yes, diversification is key. And when our customers think about diversification, US is obviously what everybody wants. So very important.
What's your digital strategy? How does technology support SoFi's growth and success? What is SoFi's plan to further enhancing the client digital experience?
So, for us in particular, digital is at the heart of everything we do. Everything is going through the mobile app. And as I said before, it's not just that is digital, but everything is digital. Our operation is digital, and we really need to be very disciplined to continue like that, because it drives our cost down and allow us to pass the revenue of the benefit of that to the end customer. So very important. And again, I would think in terms of innovation, looking at the most innovative product in the US and see how they could solve issues for the customers here in Asia, working with the regulator, because obviously those products, some of them have never been offered. So, they need to, we need to make the regulator comfortable with that. But that's really the core of our strategy.
What type of tools and data sets are most important to your clients, and what exactly are they looking for in terms of market data and analytics?
I guess what's make us pretty different in that field is the fact that we really value social trading. And when we say social trading, it's information that is true information, validated by facts, not just talks. So, we have a social engine that allows our customers to look at the most popular stock, buy versus sell. For example, Hong Kong versus US, what are the most successful traders, follow them, and all that based on, again, true information. So that data is very precious to the customer at SoFi.
Let's talk about the collaboration with Nasdaq. How does Nasdaq support your clients in preserving and growing their wealth?
Again, as leader in providing U.S. equity, we truly value our collaboration with Nasdaq. As you know, SoFi Hong Kong has integrated the real-time data feed from Nasdaq, and that's very precious to our members. They do obviously value reliable data that always come on top of what they want from us. Helping them making clear investment overview, monitor opportunities based on accurate market value. This is, analyzing the portfolio, respond to market quickly. I think the real-time data feed allow them to do that. And for us, that collaboration with Nasdaq is a win-win.
And Mathias, with the spike in retail activity and retail investor engagement with their investment apps and trading platforms, what kind of role do you see key players like SoFi in investor education?
I mean, education is obviously key to everybody, and everybody use that word. But I would say for SoFi in Hong Kong, as you say, we've seen our business triple in 8 months, and about 80 to 90% of those new members are, millennials or even younger, so in their 20s and 30s. A lot of them are, trading for the first time. So that education piece is very important. Some of it is delivered digitally. We're also looking in 21 to do, more offline stuff if COVID permits, obviously. And given the size of Hong Kong, it's quite doable here. But education is paramount to us, exactly like at SoFi US.
And finally, SoFi goes international with the acquisition of a Hong Kong-based brokerage. What's next for SoFi in the region? How do you see the difference in terms of investor behavior and clients' needs, let's say in Singapore versus Taiwan, than it is in Hong Kong?
First of all, I would say that Eight Securities at the time has been extremely lucky to partner with SoFi. SoFi is one of the very few US unicorn in our segment in the fintech industry that has a global vision. We don't see many of the big US fintech unicorns coming to Asia for sure. So, that's, I think, a very strong differentiator. Second, Hong Kong being the hub, we're looking at new geographies. Obviously, Singapore is on the map and more. And as you say, there are very common themes to those young investors when it comes to diversification. Looking at US trading, that's universal. Again, it was the case with E-Trade. It's still the case today, even more. So next to their local market, they do want a strong US alternative. And SoFi is extremely excited to provide that in more geographies in 21.
All right, Mathias, appreciate the insight. Thanks so much for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you very much.